Okay, so for those of you who are in the 10-day challenge, the 10-day grounding challenge that I'm hosting, today is day 2. If you're in the challenge, go ahead and go to your sacred space that you created yesterday and just settle in, sit. And for those of you who aren't, that's okay. Go ahead and start to settle down, sit on the floor if you can. If not, that's okay. But this is a grounding exercise. So sometimes sitting on the floor or putting your feet on the floor or even lying down on the floor works great. And if you could go outside, that's even better. I know it's a little late for some of you. But yeah, this is all about being comfortable. So do whatever makes you comfortable. And like I said, if you're able to sit on the floor, that's great. If not, that is totally okay. Just take a few deep breaths. And I'll just explain to you some of what we're going through right now. So ungrounded emotions, they often get in the way of what we really want to do. Things like fear, overwhelm, anxiety, things like that really unearth us. They leave us feeling like our roots are flying in the wind, so to speak, like we don't have a leg to stand on. So today we'll be addressing everything that takes us out of the present, everything that tells us that we can't. So go ahead and continue to settle in. And while you do that, observe your breath. Just observe. Don't try to change anything right now. Just observe it for a few moments. Now I'd like you to shift focus, and I'd like you to observe your body as it is right now. Observe your dimensions. Your left, your right, your top and bottom, within and without. Generally, what makes you you, the space that you take up on the earth. We've been brought up in a society that teaches us to control our emotions or to hide our emotions. It's time to transform these feelings of not being good enough, of being afraid, of not mattering, into success, into accomplishment. But we experience these negative emotions and we hide them. We're either fearful or we're ashamed of them. It's time to address them, to gather, and release. This is going to be really soothing. Continue to settle in. And if you'd like to right now, you could start to take deeper breaths. Deeper inhales. And long, slow exhales. Just slow it down. Very, very good. Now I'd like you to bring up the strongest, most overwhelming emotion that you encounter regularly. What sticks with you? What persists every single day? What's highlighted in your awareness? Is it fear? Is it lack of self-esteem? Is it anger? What follows you throughout your day? Take a few moments to think about this. It's completely okay and completely normal to experience negative emotions. If we try to run away from them, they just persist. It's time to face them, embrace them, go with the flow. It's really comforting to realize that our emotions are always fluctuating. We are always in motion. We never stay stuck. So when you are in a negative emotion, when you're depressed, when you're angry, know that you can move forward from this. You are never, ever stuck in one emotion. We're always moving, always flowing. Give yourself more credit than that. So hone in again on the strongest of these emotions. Once again, is it fear? Is it anger or guilt? Maybe feelings of unworthiness? Hone it in and determine what the primary emotion is that stops you in your tracks, the one that just tells you that you can't do it. Bring it to the surface, and welcome it into this experience. Now, as you do so, check in with your body. We often hold emotional distress within certain areas of our bodies. So check in with your face muscles, the little muscles around the eyes and in the forehead. Check in with your jaw. Are you clenching it? Are you clenching your neck or your shoulders? Check in with your stomach, a very, very common place to hold stress. And check in with your chest. Sometimes our chests tighten when we're very stressed. Emotions could gather in all of these areas, so just check in, do a quick body scan. And try not to adjust anything right now. This is just observing. This is just listening to the body. A lot of times we don't take the time to observe. And it's actually pretty interesting when you do. You may notice that your jaw is tight, that your chest is tight. And now shift to your breath. How do you breathe as you think about this emotion? Are you holding your breath? Or maybe you're breathing a little bit more rapidly as the emotion takes hold? Once more, just simply allow after you observe. We always try to fix everything. Everything's about fixing. Everything's about perfection. Just observe and allow. It's time to let go of all control. Time to allow yourself to simply be. Grounding emotions is a bit like watering a plant. You pour the water, and then you observe it as the water pulls up around the plant and sits on top of the soil for a few minutes. And then it slowly seeps into the soil, into the dirt. That's kind of how we pour our emotions out. We gather them on the surface, but we can then bring them down into the earth. They don't have to stay on the surface. It's not natural for them to stay on the surface. So let's go ahead and ground this emotion now. Bring your memory, bring your thoughts back to the emotion you chose, the one that sticks with you every day, the one that tells you you can't do this because I'm here. Which emotion is that? Give it a name. Now let's bring it down. Let's gather it and bring it down from the mind, down from the heart, down from the chest and the stomach. Pull it down from any organs or body parts that are holding on to this emotion so strongly that it's become so ingrained in your daily life. Bring it down, down through the legs, and simply allow it to plunge into the earth. This energy is ready to be transmuted into something else entirely. It is no longer fear, it's no longer anger, it's none of that. It's ready to leave you and be something else. Feel it as it, feel the sensation of it leaving your body from head to toe. Slowly draining down. Once again, I love the metaphor of watering a plant. It's like the plant gathers water around it, but the soil brings it down. You can imagine it like that. You could even imagine water flowing through your body if you'd like, whatever helps you. You could get creative with it. Just imagine that emotion, that strong emotion that follows you like a shadow every single day, ready to release. This is about gathering, which is acknowledgement and addressing, and releasing. Releasing is a strong, strong act of will and intention. Now let's choose a different emotion. This time let's choose something that maybe goes unnoticed a bit from day to day. Maybe it's so present for you that you don't even remember that it's in the background, that it's behind the scenes. Perhaps this is depression or resentment or the feeling that nothing ever goes right for you. What is it that you carry with you that's so deeply ingrained into your awareness that you don't even remember that it's there? Take a moment to think about what this is and give it a name. This could be jealousy. This could be a deep, deep-rooted anger that you don't even know exists to this degree. And as you bring this up, as you address it, once again, check in with the breath, check in with the body, and see where this emotion hides. Where do you carry this emotion every single day in your body? Where do you carry it every single day in your breath? And once again, let's gather. We're going to gather. We're going to draw down. So we're going to ground the emotion out. So once again, we're gathering from the head, the mind, the crown of the head. And we're pulling down. We're gathering from the throat, pulling down. Pulling the emotion down from the heart. Out of the stomach. And anywhere else that you typically hold it every single day of your life. You're now addressing these areas and you know where this emotion has been hiding. And take a moment to wonder why this emotion chose this area of your body. Continue to gather it, and we're going to send it right down to the earth like we did before. Just gathering it all. You could imagine a waterfall over you. You could imagine roots growing out of your feet or bottom. Anything that helps you see that emotion leaving the body. And feel it. Make this real. How does it feel as it drains from the body, as it pours out? This could be a nice, slow experience. It could be like taking a slow shower. Everything just slowly washes away. Or it could be a quick one. However your personality works. Whatever works well with you. Maybe you're a bit of a more fiery person. So you like to think of it shooting down into the earth and being done with it. Maybe something like that. Whatever you do it with strong will and intention and integrity and honesty as well. Try not to think of, oh, I'm just shaking this off, getting rid of it. Yuck, I don't want it. Think about this sacred act of giving to the earth, of saying, I can't shoulder this anymore, so I'm going to give it away. With great respect, with great intention. The earth can take this energy away from you. It could change it into something else. That's the beauty of it. These are the things that no longer serve you. You do not have to carry them anymore. You're lifting your burdens. Go ahead and keep sitting in stillness for the next few moments as you're giving your body and mind a rest now. We did a lot of visualization just now. We brought up a lot of strong emotions. So just take a little break here. Feel the weight lift from your shoulders, lift from your heart, lift from your mind. And in this feeling of being grounded, you may also feel elated at the same time because you are no longer carrying these things. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And another deep breath in as we're gathering any lingering excess energy now. And release it slowly and with strong intention. Once more, inhale, gathering any lingering emotion. And once more, with strong will and intention, let it go. Release it. That is wonderful. And realize that you can return to this practice anytime that you're feeling overwhelmed with emotion. Gathering and releasing, removing everything that tells you that you can't, everything that holds you back in fear. You're making room for stability. You're making room for clear-headedness. You're making room for inspiration. Now go ahead and bring yourself back to your surroundings. You could stretch your body if you'd like to. If your eyes were closed, you could go ahead and open them. Awesome, you guys rock. I truly hope you enjoyed this grounding meditation. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much for participating. And have a wonderful evening, a wonderful grounded evening. And I will end it with my favorite catchphrase, when in doubt, ground it out.